starring a random guy called Roy from Society X Panel, Nicky Burke as the Yeti, penguins in Jamaica somehow, in the Loch Ness Monster, in Roy's mystical adventure.
Disclaimer, every single thing Roy said and did in this story is absolutely, unequivocally true. Why? Because Roy said so, and if you can't trust a man who shakes hands with a Yeti, spots Nessie in the Caribbean, and hunts for Arctic penguins on Jamaican beaches, then who can you trust?
Written and directed by Mr. Chips.
Random Roy was an adventurer, an eccentric one at that. His latest quest was the most peculiar yet. He was on the hunt for Arctic penguins on a Jamaican beach. Everyone thought he was crazy. But Random Roy was convinced he'd find them. One sweltering afternoon, Random Roy trudged along the sands of 7 Mile Beach, his eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of his elusive prey. He had just about given up when a shadow loomed over him. Startled, Random Roy looked up and found himself face to face with a towering Yeti. The creature's fur was a stark contrast to the tropical backdrop of Jamaica, but its friendly eyes and outstretched hand put Random Roy at ease. Hesitantly, Random Roy extended his own hand, and they shook, a gesture that marked the beginning of a most unexpected friendship. The Yeti, whom Random Roy decided to call Niggy, seemed to be pointing towards the sea. Intrigued, Random Roy followed.
Follow me, everything is alright.
Their path leading to a secluded cove where the water shimmered with an unusual hue. As they reached the shore, Random Roy's heart skipped a beat.
Heart skip, 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 skip.
There, gliding gracefully through the Jamaican waters, was the unmistakable silhouette of the Loch Ness Monster. Nessie, as the creature was affectionately known, moved with an elegance that belied her size. Random Roy stood transfixed, watching Nessie breach the surface with a splash, sending a spray of seawater into the air. It was a surreal sight, a creature from the Scottish Highlands swimming in the warm waters of the Caribbean.
This is nonsense. I'm going.
He glanced at Niggy the Yeti, who seemed just as enthralled. In the midst of this extraordinary scene, Random Roy remembered his original quest. He scanned the area for any sign of Arctic penguins. To his amazement, he spotted a small group waddling along the Jamaican beach.
And a big set comes in.
Their white feathers gleaming in the sunlight. It seemed that they had somehow found their way to this tropical paradise. Drawn perhaps by some mysterious force that had also brought Niggy and Nessie here. Random Roy couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all. His journey had taken him from the sands of Jamaica to the icy realms of imagination and back again, bringing together creatures from legends and distant lands. With Niggy the Yeti at his side and the Arctic penguins playing by the water's edge, Random Roy felt a profound sense of wonder. The world was indeed a strange and magical place, full of unexpected surprises for those daring enough to seek them out.
I just love the smell.